Welcome back to the kitchen. It has been way too long since I have been in this kitchen cooking up some magic. Yes, it might be 10:58 p.m., but I wanted to bake some cookies with you all. Just catch up on life. What's new? What is up? A lot. Chef D is back. So I thought tonight, yes, stop everything. I bought a whisk. So we get to actually whisk it up in there. We're not just gonna be using wooden spoons tonight. Michaela, unfortunately, is not here with me this evening, but to honor her, we're still going to be keeping our vegan options present. So tonight I will be making vegan chocolate chip cookies. This just feels right. Baking with D. Take that as you will. Let's get started. The night is young. Same with last time. If you saw my video where I baked a vegan chocolate cake, I went to the first recipe that I could find online. Let's see what the first step is. The first step is to preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. 325. Start. We're already off to an amazing start. Instructions.
Combine all dry ingredients in a bowl, then stir in wet to form a dough.
Simple enough. So all of our dry ingredients, we have flour, baking soda, salt, sugar, brown sugar. So sorry for being ill prepared per usual. So we have 1 cup of flour. People were telling me that I was measuring incorrectly, which I'm not surprised. So I'm gonna try and be more precise with my measurements and use a knife to shovel off the excess. So we have 1 cup. Gonna dip the bowl into my flour here. Ooh, yeah. I guess I have to scoop it off, but I'm trying to keep it in the bag here. Let's just spilled it all over the ground. I'm making such a mess already. Wow, that'll do. I'm sorry. I'll leave a little bit out just because there was a little bit lumping up at the top. It'll be fine. So I just poured the flour into my mixing bowl. Now I'm gonna get the baking soda. ASMR. Half TSP. Not TBS, TSP. So that is, yes. This one right here. Is that better to all the measurers out there?
No!
In you go. Here's our salt. 1/4 a teaspoon of this. Oh, I get the heebie-jeebies when I open these types of that. Oh! Okay, there's our salt. Pouring that in. 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm taking 1/4 of a cup, almost, just about. Adding that in. I love the way brown sugar smells. Ugh. 1/4 cup of this. Oh, this is kind of lumpy. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Let's just give you a little tour of what the dry ingredients are looking like so far. I guess we can add the chocolate chips now. So we have our vegan chocolate chips. That was satisfying. It smells so yummy. Okay, dry ingredients, check. Now for our wet ingredients, we gotta keep things moist down there. I'm a little bit shocked because our wet ingredients are not very prominent. Maybe I just haven't made cookies in a while, but I feel like there should be more. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of milk of choice. So we are going to be doing almond milk, and then 2 tablespoons of oil, and then a 1/4 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and that's it. I just feel like that's so little. Uh-oh. How many of these are in a tablespoon? So 3 of these is equivalent to 1 tablespoon, so we have to do this 6 times. There's 1. And 6. For today's oil of choice, we will be using veggie oil. Okay, so we need 6 of these. So here's 1. Our last wet ingredient is the vanilla extract. Don't look too closely, but this isn't vanilla extract. It's imitation vanilla flavor. Here's the deal. I was not near a Walmart today to go get a cheaper alternative to vanilla extract. So I ran into Vaughn's really quick and the vanilla extract was really expensive there too. So I'm just not down. Not down to pay like $10, $15 for vanilla extract. I'm sorry, I know I'm probably missing out, but I'm sure that this will do. And if not, whatever. Woo! We did it. Wait, I didn't even need butter for this? Are you kidding? And I bought butter. Friggin' idiot. Now that we have all of our ingredients together, let me show you. And now for the moment that I've been waiting for, it's time to whisk. Oh my gosh, it's looking like cookie dough. Look at, are you kidding me? I'm shocked at how easy that was. I feel like something's wrong. Here's what it looks like. Now I'm more of a cookie dough girl than a cookie girl. I would pick cookie dough over cookies any day. So it wouldn't be right if I didn't try out this dough. My hands are clean, I swear. Oh my gosh, I'm shocked. This tastes so good. Okay, so now I have to put this in the fridge and let it cool. So while we wait for our cookie dough to chill, I thought we could chill and just talk about some stuff, talk about life updates. I am officially a college graduate. Who would have thought? I got my bachelor's in communication. I was taking summer school and I was taking 4 classes, 12 units in 5 weeks, which was a whirlwind. It was crazy, but I got 3 A's and a B. So proud of myself. That was hard, but we made it through. We officially have completed all of our credits, and it's a little weird because I don't have a traditional graduating process. It's not in May. I'm not walking right now. So it feels a little weird. It's a relief that I finally finished it because I took so freaking long to finish. So my experience was not the traditional 4-year process. I took a long time, and that's okay because I still did it. But I think if you are feeling a little bit shook about that process, you shouldn't, because it's fine. We all do things at different times in life. You don't have to follow a path. You just gotta do you, you know? I wanted to talk about this because I feel like not many people do talk about it. It could be if you're in college and you just are not into what you're studying right now, or if you're about to go into college and you just don't know what's happening, which was very much the case for me. I feel like it's okay if you take longer than 4 years, obviously. It sucks because you feel like you're not doing enough. I felt like that, but it all worked out in the end. When I was in high school, I was such a good noodle. I had such good grades. I never really made plans. Like, I didn't have, you know, money saved. I just remember having this expectation of like, oh, I'm going to college, have good grades. I ended up getting into the school I wanted to, but I didn't go because I was like, well, I have no money saved. I don't feel like taking out loans right now because I don't know what my major is gonna be, so I would just be putting myself more in the hole. I ended up going to community college, which at the time I was like so sad about because I had this idea, like from middle school until high school, that I was gonna go to college and get that college experience that we all see on TV. And so I just felt really bad about myself because I was in community college. And looking back on it, community college was so nice. It's all of the classes that you need done for your general education, but it's so much cheaper. The classes are so much smaller, which was great because I was getting stuff done at a much cheaper price. And thank you, Mom and Dad, because they were helping me pay for those classes because they were so much more affordable. Not to say that they're cheap, but they were better than university tuition. I kind of got a little bit discouraged during my community college years. Didn't know what I wanted to do. The job that I had at the time was offering me a full-time position, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go make this money, which was no money. But I did it anyways, so I just kind of put school on hold, went out and worked, and I was just, this can't be life. It was a retail job. It was commission-based, so it wasn't terrible, but it was exhausting. People are just mean. So then I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do now? So yeah, I shuffled through majors like no one's business. I ended up on communication. I picked it because it's extremely broad. I could do anything with it. And if I ever decided to go back to school, I can apply it to a lot of things. Me with my communication degree, going out and applying for jobs, it's like, am I really gonna see a difference from me applying to jobs when I was still in school and didn't technically have my degree yet? I mean, there's much to be said on that, which I'm not gonna get into, but I did it. I mean, it was very difficult. There were times when life just hit and I was just not giving my all to school. Did what I had to do, buckled down in community college, transferred to a university for 2 years, and I pounded it out. So when I transferred to the university, I, as many of us have done, had to do that whole taking out loans thing. Yeah. Amidst all of the relief and freedom that I feel from graduating finally, I now realized that those student loans that I once just freely took out because gotta do it, gotta pay for college somehow, they are creeping up at my door and it's so terrifying. Pretty much had a full mental breakdown last night because I was just like, what am I doing in life? It's just a nauseating feeling, if I'm being honest. I went into full panic mode last night. I feel a lot better now. I think I just needed to get the tears out, you know? We all know when Ariana Grande said that she had no tears left to cry, and then there was a time where she just couldn't stop crying. That's kind of relatable fully right now. It's hard because it feels like so many other people have their shiz together and I don't. Am I ever going to have it together? I don't know. Just gotta take it one day at a time, I guess. This probably just sounds like a whole lot of rambling, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way, so I thought it would be nice to talk about it with you guys. If you're also feeling shook about your future and everything, you just gotta take breathers with me. I'll be right there with you. Also wanted to say too, if you're in college right now, or if you're taking a path that I took, it's okay. Most of my friends who did the whole 4-year plan, of course, they graduated on time, they had the whole experience, like everything was, I didn't have that, so I felt so just sad, left out, FOMO, whatever you wanna call it. And it's very easy to beat yourself up, but if it wasn't in the cards, it wasn't in the cards. That's just what I'm telling myself now, because when I think about me in high school and what I predicted my future was gonna be like, things could not be more polar opposite. It's okay to not be on the same path as everyone else. So even though right now things are just a bit overwhelming, clothes are not fitting me the way they used to, things are just rapidly changing. I say that my clothes aren't fitting as I'm making cookies at midnight. It's a weird time because, like I said, you have all this buildup. Gotta get my degree, gotta graduate, and then it happens and you're just like, oh, things aren't really different. And in my case, I have student loans to think about. But it's gonna work out, it's gonna be okay. If you're feeling overwhelmed and shook at life, trust me, you're not alone. Even though it took so long, I'm glad that I did it. I feel very thankful that I was able to do it. Okay, let's check on our cookie dough. Nice and chilled. We have our pan that we're gonna lay out. I hope that made sense, what I was trying to say about college. I feel like there's so much pressure on people to get things done according to what society says is right. We can't all operate that way. We're not all able to do that. If school makes you happy and school is what you wanna do, then it doesn't matter how long it takes you. Same with anything else. Okay, I'm gonna get a spoon and just start scooping that out. And for those of us who had to take out loans for school or whatever it is, they're pretty much inevitable at this point for a lot of people, myself included. So yes, it's very overwhelming and scary to think that for 25 years I have to pay this thing off that was supposed to guarantee me a better life. But you just gotta tell yourself it will all work out in the end. Okay, don't pay attention to that uneven spoonage. Here they are. The recipe says to leave the cookies in there for 13 minutes. That's way too long for me. I like my cookies almost raw, which is probably not correct, but I'm gonna try and get them as soft and chewy and pillow-like as possible. So I have the alarm set for 9 minutes, and we're gonna check on them, and then we shall see. So I'm gonna clean up around here, and I will be back. they still look raw. The moment of truth is finally here, and I can already tell that they're looking a bit off. Hoping for the best. Oh no, it's like a cake. I saw something about this on Instagram, what happens when you add too much of an ingredient to a cookie, and I feel like I maybe added too much flour. The dough was so promising, but okay. I rolled it up like a little taco. Oh. This kind of tastes like a crepe that has no flavor with some chocolate chips in it. Unfortunate because I was looking forward to eating some cookies, but moral of the story is it be like that sometimes and it's gonna be okay. Besides the fact that the cookies failed, I had so much fun. This was very relaxing, very therapeutic after the emotionally turbulent day I had yesterday. If you're feeling emotional and overwhelmed, please just know that I am likely feeling the same thing right there with you 100% of the time. Chef D definitely didn't do her best work this evening. There's always next time. Love you so much. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed hanging out with me tonight, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.